Very good morning from my home in Hirtshals. That's how it's advertised anyway on AirBnB, which is where I found this place. I actually stayed here because it was the cheapest place I could find in the region. However, when I realised it was a whole cabin in the Danish woods all to myself, I thought that has got to happen. So I booked to stay here and everything has worked out perfectly. It is self-check-in and self-check-out, by the way. There's a lockbox outside. That's really, really useful for someone like myself because it's really always hard to gauge when you're going to turn up at your accommodation in the evening. So to have the flexibility of turning up a couple of hours before or after you think is invaluable. The price to stay here, unbelievably enough, is £47 sterling a night. That is what, 55, 60 euros. That is a steal, I have got to tell you. So let me give you a quick tour of the premises. I think you're going to be impressed. We'll start off by just a glimpse outside the front door. It was dark when I arrived yesterday or last night. So that is where my car is parked. And over there, I think, is the main house. So this is probably just an annex of it. But all good, plenty of parking space and even a little parking sign there as well. So this is the cabin. Over here is a little outdoor area, would be nice for breakfast. Actually, it's quite mild today, so I could have had breakfast out there had I wanted to. And some firewood, all chopped up and ready to go for the winter season. And there's the lockbox, by the way, so you can easily get in and out when you arrive. Right, where shall we start? Let's close that door. Quick look at the shower room to start with. We've got access to a tumble dryer and washing machine. We've got a shower in the corner there. Excellent, I used that last night. Top marks for that. And then a toilet and a sink area as well. Speaking of last night, what a night's sleep I had. I was out for the count for about 8 hours. 2 single beds. The view out the window here, as it is most of the property, is out towards the Danish forest, and you can see a Christmas tree there straight ahead. In the corner of the room, we've got a chair, we've got a bookshelf, quite useful, and some wardrobes in the corner. But yeah, that bed was very comfortable last night. I slept the sleep of the dead. Out here in the hallway, there's my bits. I'm not travelling light on this trip, but the best part of the cabin, I've got to say, is in here. This is the kitchen. Everything that you might want is here. We've got an oven, a cooker. We have got kettles, microwaves up here, all the plates and crockery that you might want. Down here, we've even got things like coffee percolators. So if you're here longer, you can use that, set it all up. Knives and forks in there. We've got a dishwasher. Everything is here. It is all good. And a dining table just over there, and a American style breakfast bar, I guess, with plenty more pots and pans below there, and a fridge and freezer as well. Must remember to get rid of my milk before I leave. Over there we've got a chill out area, soft seating area, television, and 2 more single beds over here as well. So a total of 4 people can comfortably stay in the cabin. first mill on this site was built between 1859 and 1861. Originally called the Dale Mill, its name was later changed to the Vennebjerg Mill. Unfortunately, the masonry began cracking and it had to be replaced. So in 1934 it was replaced by the mill that is currently standing here, although this particular mill was built nearly 100 years prior to that in a place called Bindslev, and from what I can gather it was moved here to this spot when the first one was dismantled and rebuilt right here. Right next to it is a cafe where you can stop and get a snack or a coffee, and it's surrounded by the beautiful Danish countryside. Welcome to Løkken, another small, pretty Danish coastal town here in the North Jutland region of Denmark. It was founded in 1698 when somebody came here and built a house that doubled as an inn, so presumably people could come from all over the country and have a look at this incredible scenery. By 1715 there were 15 houses in the town, and most of them were said to be occupied by sailors who would go out and trade with the merchants of Norway. These days, Løkken has a population of about 1,500 people. Well, we're getting the postcard shot from up here. Look at all these grounded out ships and boats that are just behind me. I bet they could tell a story or two from their time out at sea. I'll bet you anything they've been on some incredible adventures over the years. And then behind those, it's just this white, never-ending white sand beach. Goes all the way up as far as the eye can see. I can just about make out a lighthouse at the end. And then on the other side of the shot, there's some beach huts lined up along the sand. Again, there must be 200-300 of them, white with black roofs. I think I'm right in saying that that is a symbol of the town. So if you really do find a postcard, then it will likely have those beach huts on it. If you ever want to know where the party is in a beach town, check the beach. Always check the beach.